back to courage. We haven't really talked about the courageous leader. I can tell you that it takes a lot of courage to do what we do. Um, Cold calling businesses to see if we can make speaking engagements, or having a company do that for you is great. But it does take a lot of courage to be a chiropractor. You've got people that are talking about what we don't do, and with H1N1 out there, why don't we support it? I mean, why is the media pushing it so much, and you guys are so against it? There's a lot of things that we fight against every day of the week, and it takes a lot of courage in being a leader. So you have to have strong people around you as well. Your staff and the people that are around you have to be strong and courageous, just like you are. And I think that the stronger that you can be in your belief, in your philosophy of chiropractic, and your definition of what chiropractic is absolutely huge in what you're going to be able to do in telling people about chiropractic. What I find, I've talked to doctors in the past, they don't even know what their role as a chiropractor is. And by God, you need to have not only a role as to who you are, but you need to have a plan as a leader. And that plan virtually boils down to about 6 different things that you need to understand. And I think the first thing you need to understand is you need to write down in your office simply what should be done. And what that means is, what actions are you going to have to take to reach the goals that you want? In other words, what are your outcomes going to be? If you write down new patients and you look at it, what actions are you going to have to take to get more new patients in your office? What actions are you going to have to do to train your staff members better, to be better at what they do? What actions are those going to take? And are you willing to, as a leader, to take those actions? And what's always bigger than what is why. If you have a big enough why, or a big enough reason as to why you want more new patients, if you have a big enough reason as to why you want to train your staff, and generally that comes down to your vision, your mission, your purpose in life. If you have that why, you're going to understand that this whole thing about why is really the investment in your mission, your purpose, and your statement. If you don't know why you're doing it, how can you do it at all? And that's one of the things that I argue and contemplate a lot with some of the clients that I have, is they don't understand the why behind the do. And that's the next one. That's the next segue. When should it be done? When do you do it? We've got the what, the why, and the do. And the do just boils down to, if you know what you're going to do and you know why you're going to do it, you need to know when you're going to do it, and you need to know how you're going to do it. So the when, this is all just simple goal setting. And I got a little bit ahead of myself, because part of the do is not only when and why it should be done and how it should be done, but who's going to do it. You can't do it all, doctor, and your staff member can't do it all either. We work solely as a team. Even in my office at Ultimate Practice, we are all team members. Everybody works together. Everybody works hard together to make this happen. So when I say this and we look at this, who is going to do it, and who's the best person for the job, and are they trained up well enough to do it? That's going to be the key. If they're not trained up well enough to do it, by God, they need to rehearse it and continue to train. Where is another question. Now, when you look at this and you look at the leadership plan or the development plan, and you take when, how, why, where, who, all these different parts of this whole thing are going to be your plan for marketing, for patient recruitment, for how you're going to go about developing a larger practice, all the when, where, how, why, who, and there's probably a what in there as well. What always gets away from me. All those different things are extremely important, because what you're developing when you do this is a system. And this whole system of leadership is what you have to do to develop your plan and make your plan work for you. You have to have good people around you. You have to have people that are conscientious and care as much as you do. And once you develop that plan, the first thing you have to do is execute and implement and delegate. I want to thank you for the few minutes that I've had with you, and all I know is that over these holidays are going to be great. Make them even better by making your plan work and work your plan. Thanks again.